Good morning. Today we are going to be doing the 6.05 experiment. The reaction that I will be investigating is the reaction that occurs when an Alka-Seltzer tablet is placed in any given amount of water. Alka-Seltzer is an over-the-counter anti-acid and pain relief medication that is dissolved in water before ingestion. Each tablet contains aspirin, citric acid, and sodium bicarbonate. As the tablet dissolves in water, the bicarbonate ions in the tablet react with the hydrogen ions in acids that are also contained in the tablet. The carbon dioxide gas that is produced by the reaction is what causes the bubbling that can be observed. The equation for this reaction is HCO3 minus H plus equals H2O plus CO2. In this investigation, I will design two experiments to determine what factors will increase the rate of the reaction above, and compare the effectiveness of each factor. It is important that in each investigation I control all other variables that could affect the rate of this reaction. So, in one bottle, I'm going to put 1 cup of hot water. In the other bottle, I'm going to put 1 cup of room temperature water. In both bottles, I will put 1 crushed Alka-Seltzer tablet. They will each only have 1 balloon over the top. And we will see which balloon gets bigger. In conclusion, the collision theory explains gas phase chemical reactions that occur when molecules collide with sufficient kinetic energy. It is based on the kinetic theory of gases. What two factors did I investigate in my procedure, and why did I choose to compare these two factors? The two factors that I investigated were temperature. So, temperature obviously affects how fast something reacts and how much it reacts. As we saw with the room temperature water, the balloon did not get quite as big as the hot water balloon, which I think means that the hot water made the Alka-Seltzer react more and it released more gas than it did with the room temperature water. What other factors did I need to control during my investigation? Explain how I controlled each one in my procedure. Okay, this might be funny and I'm kind of joking about this, but one factor I did have to control during my experiment was nosy siblings. They like to touch absolutely everything, and one of my sisters actually came up and was like touching the Alka-Seltzer, and I'm like, no, you can't touch that, you know, it might change the reaction, you know, it might change the outcome. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot, it's a variable. It's so funny. She's in 7th grade, so she'd kind of gone over the variable thing in her science class, and so she remembered that, and she's like, oh no, it's a variable. So then she went around and told my other siblings, you can't touch it, it's a variable, it's a variable. So, anyways, that's something I had to control during my experiment. What was my prediction about the results of each factor tested in my own 2 lab procedures? I guess I didn't actually take time to kind of predict. I would have expected the hot water to make it react a little more. So, I guess it kind of went with my prediction, which would be that the hot water will make it release more gas, and therefore the balloon will get bigger. So that's my prediction. It says here, a specific catalyst was not provided for this reaction, but catalysts are useful for increasing the rate of many slow reactions. In my own words, give a detailed explanation of how catalysts can increase the rate of a reaction or process. Okay, so catalysts are basically make the reaction happen faster. Say I am baking a cake, and the cake calls for baking soda and baking powder. And let's suppose that the cake will only rise so much with the baking soda, but if I add a little bit of baking powder in there, it will rise even more, and it will rise faster with the baking soda. So the baking soda would be the catalyst, and it would make the reaction happen a little faster. Otherwise, without the catalyst, my reaction would happen, but at a little bit of slower, a slower speed. It wouldn't happen so fast. So that's what a catalyst is. If you enjoyed my experiment,